That's right. Uber will combine its Russian operations with Yandex. It's known as the Google of Russia to create a new company, a ride-sharing company. Now, the latest move shows Uber's hurdles to expand beyond the U.S. Just last year, remember, it exited China by cutting a deal with competitor Didi. Now it's ending its costly over 3-year battle in Russia by merging with Yandex. Now, the new company does not have a name yet, but it'll be worth nearly $3.3 billion. It'll span 127 cities in 6 countries. Yandex shares, as we have seen today, surging on this news, up more than 15%. And joining us with more details over the phone is Yandex CFO Greg Abovsky from Moscow. Greg, thanks for being with us, particularly late your time. Now, we spoke earlier this morning, and you mentioned that Travis Kalanick and Emil Michael were part of the deal team on this. Now, of course, Emil is gone. Kalanick has stepped down as CEO. Are you confident that the team left in their place can get the rest of this deal done, can get it through? And what is it like dealing with Uber post-Kalanick?
Sure. So certainly, Emil and Travis were involved early on, but we have worked with the team that's in place there, both with Cameron and Fraser. And in my experience, the guys are extremely professional, and it has been nothing but a great pleasure working with them. I think they are a fantastic company, and I think that the feelings in many ways are mutual, and it's been a real privilege to kind of explore opportunities together with these guys.
And interesting, though, Travis Kalanick himself posting on Facebook this morning, talking about what a pleasure it was to deal with Yandex. I also want to ask you about expansion plans. Early this morning, you said that, you could plausibly expand outside of the 6 countries you're currently in. Do you see a time when Yandex will be competing in places where Uber already has a presence?
It's certainly possible. At this point, we're focused on the markets in which we currently operate. There are other markets that we think are attractive as well. We believe that some of our strengths include an ability to operate in emerging markets where things work a little bit differently. Interestingly, Russia is one of the places where Uber does accept cash. Yandex Taxi also accepts cash. So the ride-sharing paradigm here is a little bit different. And over time, we could certainly explore other markets, but right now we're focused on providing excellent service in the cities in which we do operate.
Hi, Greg. It's Michelle here in the studio in Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey. And let me reiterate what Deirdre said. Thanks for staying up so late in Moscow to do this interview. To what degree are you going to have any access to Uber data of people in the United States or in other parts of the world? There are different privacy laws in Russia, and I think some Uber clients might worry that somehow there's Russian access to the database. Is that a valid worry?
So the laws are very clear, and they have to do with the fact that data of Russian users has to be stored in Russia, and that's basically where it stops.
Okay, and then a U.S. user, would you have any access to Uber's U.S. data in any way or other countries in the world?
No, we will not.
Thank you.
Greg, if I can jump in again, you mentioned the different ride-sharing paradigms in America versus Russia and other emerging markets. One of that major differences, you said, is the use of cash, still very prevalent. It's hard for us to think of here when everything is paid for through the app. But explain to us a little bit how you monitor and regulate that business and some of the risks associated with it that, Yandex or Uber would be dealing with in these markets.
So the risks include fraud, which I think is higher when you have cash. In addition to that, you also have the difficulty in collecting receipts. Fortunately, we're more or less at a point now where the inbound amount of receipts that we get through a credit card transaction more than offsets whatever would be the commission that we would be sharing with our drivers. And so the two net each other off of each other. And so that's not as much of a concern as it was initially. But when we started in 2011, obviously almost all of the transactions were cash-based, and we would have to invoice our partners for the commission that we should be collecting.
Greg, thank you. We won't take up any more of your evening, but thank you for your time tonight. We look forward to developments and also what this new company is going to be called. Guys, back over to you in Englewood Cliffs.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.